So I wanted to see how strong of a PC I could build just using like a budget of $1,500. So this is a terabyte of M.2 storage. I haven't actually used one of these yet. I know I'm late to the party, so we're going to see how that goes. Then the heart and soul, the Ventus 2X, and this video is reversed, but we'll figure that out later. All right, where was I? Yeah. So turns out I was a fool. It's reversed on my end, but it'll come out correctly in post. Still, got the GeForce RTX, the heart and soul of this build. Now we're going to get into a little bit of the I guess you could call these aside, the dressing, other ingredients. You know, that was the meat, these are the potatoes. We got bubble wrap. You know, this is really what it's all about. These Harry's, if I ever decide to shave ever again, probably not. And now, the motherboard right here was this a Z690. Nothing crazy. I just went on PC part picker. That was a motherboard that would fit all the parts I wanted to get. So, oh my goodness, here we go. And the Dark Rock 4 Pro. I was looking at the Noctua, but the difference was this one seemed like it was gonna ship faster to arrive on time with everything else, so that's the one I got. I'm gonna take another quick break. Alright, so great timing. I got the notification for a package right before this. That's perfect, because I want to build the PC right now. Here is another Harry's. I'm not sponsored, but if you ever want to get rid of your neck beard, you know, that's the place to go, I guess. Alright. Oh, okay, yeah. Speaking of the heart and soul, so this is the brain of the little thing. I got an i7, nothing super wild. I thought about i9, but really I just wanted to get 16 cores at the best price I could, so there we go. There's a terabyte SSD. I don't know, this is actually the first terabyte SSD I've ever owned, but I'm late to the party on all of this. That's probably why it's so cheap. Is this 64 gigs of RAM? Yeah, 64 gigs of RAM. Okay, enough of that. This was a little, what was it, a SATA card they threw in for free, so thank you, Newegg. I appreciate everything you do. Honestly, yeah, like they have good products. Again, not sponsored, but that's where you want to go if you get computer shit. This, ooh, oh man, this makes me feel happy. This is much bigger than the pictures were. This is the power supply that's going to keep the whole thing running. So, I wanted to get a hard drive. I know this is like technically outdated technology, but again, the amount of volume for the storage can't be beat. You know, I've heard of people like using like an Amazon server for like cold storage, basically like they upload their photos to like a S3 bucket and kind of let it sit there. I don't really have that much data, so this is going to be my equivalent of that. And the neat thing is that the case I got for all this, I'm going to do some rearranging off screen here. Yeah. Yeah, this bad boy is supposed to have room for like several hard drive arrays. So pretty much This is going to be like a 10-year build for me. So my prior PC I built 9 years ago for, I think at the time, $1,000, and I replaced. Let's see, I replaced the graphics card, the power supply when I replaced the graphics card, had to. The RAM got swapped out at some point, but that was kind of random. The hard drives for sure, and then the fans were the last thing to go. And I said, you know what, it's made it 9 years, but I know the motherboard is going to fry out next, and when that does, I want to be ready. So this is going to be a 10-year build, and I got this so that way, you know, it's kind of big, accessible, and I can have it be modular. Maybe it could be a 20-year build, but we'll see what happens to technology in that time. I'm in the build process right now. Just want to call out, I'm sure the Be Quiet is going to be nice and quiet, but this fan was a bitch and a half to mount, to put it bluntly. Mainly because this center fan, you have to get this metal clip. You're definitely going to have to like just bend the shit out of it to make it fit, because you have to kind of slide it through here, hook it on this side through these little loops. They want to just come out all the time. And then do the same thing over here. Count your rungs and make sure they're on the right side. I actually already ended up damaging one of these. It's bent a little bit because this was one too high compared to the other side. Other than that, it was fine. And you know what? I'm going to shout out the box once again, the Cooler Master HAF XB EVO, because the removable motherboard plate was a lifesaver. Trying to do this inside of here was going to be a bit of a nightmare. But being able to at any point to just take out 4 screws and then pull the whole motherboard out, wonderful. So I can't speak enough to the quality of this box so far. We'll see how the build goes, and you know, if this turns out to be super silent, I'll come back and say, hey, you know, it was worth the pain. Follow up on the fun fan. So as it turns out, the clearance for here is almost non-existent. I pretty much had to dismount this front fan, put in the RAM, and then remount this, reattach this. And the reason I thought about just moving this to the back and having the airflow go in the same direction, but one, there's these little bumpers on the side where the fan is supposed to rest, kind of where the airflow is going against. Oh my god. And they do not have that on the side too. This is a completely different design. I don't know why it's that way. I don't know if that's for airflow or what. I'm just a caveman here slapping rocks together, but yeah, so that's something in the future I guess I'm gonna have to figure out. I might end up switching out this fan, or switching to a RAM with a lower profile. We'll see, but just wanted to follow up on that. And again, you know, I'll go ahead and I'll have a part of the video where I'm playing it with this running so we can see how quiet it is and if it was worth all the hassle. Alright, finally got the build running. The Be Quiet is running quietly. We'll see how that goes. I got the BIOS booted up. I'm going to do a little something with the OS, but don't worry about that. Yeah, the only thing I would say is that you're going to want to have a flash drive less than 32 gigabytes. This is an 8 gigabyte. Just something you could pick up for like 10, 20 bucks. Because this motherboard, if you copy this build, this motherboard is ready for Gen 12 Intel, but it is compatible with Gen 13. It just needs a BIOS update. And so what I had to do is I had to go download it on my other computer, put it onto the flash drive, and then they have a BIOS port on the motherboard itself. And there's this button right here. And so what you do is you turn on the power supply. You just need the motherboard plugged in, not all the rest of it. And then have that USB in there, and you press the button, the orange light's going to come on, it's going to flash the BIOS. It takes like 10 minutes. And then after that, you kind of just power cycle it. You can plug everything back in, and then you're good to go. So all in all, good stuff. All right, final update. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy booted up. All right, final update. Let's get this bad boy booted up. So final update. Let's get this bad boy booted up. So, you know, you love to hear that little noise. That's my favorite sound in the world. The be quiet, again, quiet. Let's get the screen on. Got the GeForce plugged in, everything. As you can see here, this is just the BIOS of the motherboard. So right now I got the CPU fans. This is like the main one that's in the middle here, and then the optional I have hooked up to the one on the outside. So the one on the outside is a smaller fan. It's going way faster, but still, like, it's pretty much like silent. The box came out nice. Once again, this was hard to deal around with the RAM, but now that that's settled, that's good. It has expansion room for another card. I'm definitely going to get another one of these at some point. I got the little bit, the M.2 in there. That's going to be fun. And then one thing I did want to call out, there's these nice little drive bays. You actually have, you can just like swap in a hard drive, so that's pretty cool. And in the back of that, what it does is that it has the SATA connector in the back of here. It's under here. But so basically that just hot swaps in. Good PC, good build. Looking forward to slapping a distro on this. If you appreciate this video, like and subscribe. Or don't, I don't know, you know, but I hope it helped you out.